Hello everyone, welcome to Awesome Vacuums. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be doing a review on my Numatic Henry HVR200-11. Now, I've had this machine for a few years now, if you've seen my unboxing on my channel. So I've used this quite a bit, and I really like this machine. It's very powerful, and it builds very well. So what I'll do in this video is do the usual overview, and then I'll do some pickup tests, and I'll give you my final thoughts. So let's get started. So here's the main machine itself, and right over here are the accessories. So I guess we'll start here with some of the accessories, and then obviously the three small tools are back here. So the first thing we'll start with is the hose. So this is what's called a conical or a tapered hose, meaning it's narrower at this end, and then as it goes down to the end that goes to the machine, it gets a lot wider. That's to increase power, and I believe some SIBOs do that too on some of the canisters. It's a pretty decent length hose, and it is a crush proof too, which is really nice. So yeah. So next thing I'll show you is the floor tool. Now this is a Wesselwork carpet and floor nozzle. So basically this floor tool has been used on lots of different machines, even Miele too actually. I have a Miele one right here. Let me grab it. As you can see, exactly the same, except this one here is just different fitting. This is a 1 3/4 inch, and this is just a standard 1 1/4 inch fitting. But as you can see, they are exactly the same. So yeah. So this is a very nice floor tool actually, and I'll just show you the bottom. So as you can see, it has been used a little bit. So as you can see, this has a metal base plate, 2 lint pickers, and then you have a nice rubber coated back wheel. So it actually makes the machine pushing it a lot easier, because on the older version of pneumatics they used a slightly different floor tool. It was a little smaller than this, and it didn't have the wheel, which a lot of people complained that it was very hard to push. But this one here is, I don't find that issue. And right there you have the parking bracket, so if you have to stop vacuuming for any reason, rather than just throwing the nozzle on the floor, you can just put it on the back of the machine, like so. So yeah. So there's that, and actually it is a switchable floor tool. So right now it's set on carpet, but if I press this down, it will bring down these little there we go. As you can see, it brings down these brushes, and that's for hard floors. So yeah. So this is a very good quality floor tool. And then we have the 3 wands. So you have your curved wand, which has a little suction release here. So if there's too much suction, you can just open this, and it will let some suction down. As you can see, it has a little screen in there. That's to prevent hissing. And right here are your 2 extension wands. So you have your standard one, and then this one here has a height adjustment, so you can extend it a little more if you wanted to. Hang on. So it doesn't extend fully, it just gives you a little more length, but when it's plugged into this, it gets pretty long. And one thing I will say is I wish Numatic, instead of having the 2 wands, I wish they would just make one telescopic one. That would be a little better in my opinion, but this is still a good setup because you can actually put these two together like I mentioned. If I can. Hang on. There you go. And then you can put your curved ones. Now you can have this at whatever position you want, so you can have it wrong way. Actually, no. It's got to go this way, doesn't it? So yeah, you can have it like this, or you can have it this way if you're on the shorter side, like so. And now the cool thing about this is you can actually plug the hose onto the end here. Now, as you can see, it's like a little curve on the end, so if you want to clean like top of a shelf or ceiling fan or whatever, you can put your tool on the end up there and just kind of dust it off. So that's cool. I do like that setup a lot, actually. So yeah. So there's the wands and 4-tool and hose. So now let's move on to the machine itself. So here it is. You can see it says Henry 200, and of course it has the 3D printed face, which is clip on, so you can actually remove it if you didn't want it. I don't see why you would do that, but some people do. And anyway, moving up on the top here, as you can see, is a little carry handle, so you can carry the machine. And then you can remove, to get access to the filter and bag, you just undo these little clips, so they just pull out like so. Excuse me. And as you can see, you have your top filter, which just pulls out. And now I've never replaced this, as you can see, so it is pretty clean. These bags do a good job. So yeah. Anyway, speaking of the bag, this takes a Numatic HEPA bag, which I have a box here. As you can see, you can get these off Amazon pretty cheap, actually, and they are very big, so they do last quite a long time, and they're very good quality. And you can see how clean it stays in here. So they do filter very well. And so now I'll just put this back on. And also make sure you always have this filter back on. Do not run it without this. And you can actually use the Henry bagless if you wanted to, but you really shouldn't, because that just makes it messier to clean out, and that could shorten the life of the motor. So yeah. So always use bags. And make sure you use genuine cloth bags. Don't use the generic or the paper ones, because there's really no reason to do that. The machine works so much better with just the regular ones. So anyway, as you can see, this just comes back on. And now some people have washed this, which I guess you could, but it's better just to replace it when it gets dirty, which I've had this machine for quite a few years now, and as you can see, it really hasn't gotten that much dirty. So yeah. So anyway, to put the top back on, all you do is you line up this little notch in the back here where that parking bracket goes, and make sure we're lined up, which we are, and then you can just do up the tabs. And there's that. So moving on to the back here, we'll talk about the cord, which is right here. Now this has a very long 33-foot commercial grade cord. So you'll find that that should be really long for most jobs. As you can see how long it's taken just to pull it out. So there's that, and yeah, you can see just how long this cord is. It's ridiculous. So this is a commercial cord, because this machine is actually for light commercial use. And so yeah, it's actually very thick too. So here's the plug. So, and now this doesn't have an automatic cord rewind. Instead, it has a little manual one, so you have to use this little knob to rewind the cord back in, which is a little difficult doing this one-handed, especially when the cord's all tangled up. But normally, I'm not holding a camera when doing this, so it's usually not this hard. So, anyway, let me just, may have to stand up here and do it. Hang on. Yeah, it's usually not this hard. It's just because it's all tangled up. Come on. Hang on. There we go. So as you can see, now it's all rewinded in, and I will say I actually like the system, the manual, because it's less problems than a automatic one. So yeah, so that is actually a very good design. So here we are in the back. Show you the rating sticker, and this machine's a little dusty because it is black. So yeah, it kind of conducts a lot of dust. So anyway, here you can see it says Numatic International Ltd, Chard, England, HVR200-11. There's the serial number, which is 1942 14086. So 19 means that this was made in 2019, which is when I got this machine. And I believe the 42 means that this was made on the, that was the week it was made. So week 42 of 2019. 120 volts, 60 hertz, 620 watts, 9 kilograms, and double insulated. So yeah. So moving on here, as you can see, is the on and off switch, just a single speed, this particular model. Now this little red light will come on when the machine's plugged in. Now there was another model called the HVR200-A, which had a PCB circuit board that was prone to going out. I believe the A on that stood for auto save because it had a 2-speed motor. So yeah, and like I said, there'd be another button, I believe right here, that you would turn on. It would spring up for first speed, and then press it again, it would spring up again so it basically save whatever speed you had it set at. So yeah, so basically the problem with that machine though was, like I said, the circuit board would often fail on those, which was kind of unfortunate. But this one here doesn't have that, which is good. So anyway, moving on to this side here, you have your cleaning tools. So I'll just undo them for you. So here are the cleaning tools. You have your crevice tool, which is a very good length. You have your adapter. I'll show you what that's for. Horsehair dusting brush with very nice soft bristles. Actually a very good dusting brush. And then right here you have your upholstery tool with removable brush. So you can actually remove this little brush piece, which, hang on. Okay. So now you can use it like this as an upholstery tool. Then you can have this tool for extra agitation. Now, I love using this machine in my car, actually. It's very good for the car. I'll have to do a video on it at some point. because this machine is very good for the car. I usually use this tool and the crevice tool for that. So yeah. So now, if I just grab the curved wand, hang on. So, as you can see, you can use a tool on the end of the curved wand like this. Or, if you wanted to use the tool on the end of the hose, you need this little adapter piece, because if I was to just take a tool like the dusting brush and try to put it on, as you can see, you can't actually do it. So you need to take the adapter, put one end into the hose, and then you can put your tool on the end like so. So now you would use your tool like this if you want to use it on the end of the hose. Which I actually kind of like the setup because it gives you a little more length, as you can see. So yeah. So I think I've showed just about everything I can with the overview. So now let's do the pickup test. Alright, so as you can see, I got some dirt on the carpet here, so let's see how well Henry can do on this. Now keep in mind, this is only a straight suction machine, so it's not really designed for wall-to-wall carpet. If you had a lot of carpets, I'd recommend the Henry Extra, which comes with the turbo brush and a few other accessories. But let's see how well this does. So I'll do the usual one pass forward, one pass back. So here we go. Alright. So just put that, set this over here. So let's take a look. So it actually, for straight suction, that actually didn't do very bad. Left a few pieces here and there, and it snow plowed that little large piece there, but overall that's not too bad. So what I'll do is I'll just take a few more passes to see if I can clear up the rest. Alright. So, Henry, were you able to clear up the rest? And actually it did. It got rid of just about everything actually after that. So what I'll do now is I'll change camera angles and we'll clean the rest of this up, and then we'll see how it does on hard floors. so let's see how well the Henry does on hard floors. So for this, I'll raise up the brushes, which is what you're supposed to do on hard floors. You should not run one of these nozzles without the brushes engaged, so that could scratch the floor, especially with that metal base plate. So I got some salt, rice, and some Cheerios. So let's see how well the Henry can do. Alright, not too bad. Now it did snowplow some of the Cheerios, as you can see, but that's to be expected. This is an extreme example. Hopefully nobody's kitchen floor looks like this, but it got the rice and salt, no problem. And now this is quite typical, actually. It's not just Henry that does this. You'll find most machines with a nozzle like this will do that. So best thing to do is to angle the nozzle up like this and pull back when you have a mess like this. So I'll demonstrate that. So as you can see, if you just use the nozzle normally, you'll get all this up, no problem. Well, I think that just about concludes today's video on the Numatic Henry HVR200-11. So, what do I think of this machine? I really like it. Very powerful, very quiet, and very reliable. So, as you can see, it performed very well in the tests I did. It has a very good motor to it. It uses what's called the Amtech or Lamb motor. So that's why it's really quiet and powerful. So that's all I got for today. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Bye for now.